Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir Rahman and I will proceed with the solvency ratio. Solvency ratio analysis is to measure a company's ability to sustain operations indefinitely by comparing debt levels with equity, assets and earnings. In other words, solvency ratios identify going concern issues and a firm's ability to pay its bills in the long term. We have analyzed two ratios from solvency analysis. Firstly is the debt ratio and followed by the interest coverage ratio. Okay, firstly is the debt ratio analysis. The formula of debt ratio is total liabilities divided by total assets. Based on our findings, Aeon has a 54.37% of debt ratio, while Patson have 57.73% of debt ratio. A lower debt ratio usually implies a more stable business with the potential of longevity because a company with low ratio also has a lower overall debt. Aeon's debt ratio is lower than Patson and it shows that most of the Aeon assets are fully owned by equity and not debt. Okay, secondly is interest coverage ratio analysis. To find the interest coverage ratio analysis, we have to divide the EBIT with annual interest expense. Based on our findings, Aeon has 11.4264 times in more than Patson interest coverage ratio, which is 0.6069 times. ICR or interest coverage ratio measures a company's ability to make interest payments on its debt in a timely manner. Aeon has a ratio of 11.4264 times and it means that Aeon has makes 11.4264 times more earnings than its current interest payments. This is a good sign because it shows the company risk is low and the operations are producing enough cash to pay their bills. However, Patson shows a lower ratio that is below 1 indicates a company is not generating sufficient revenues to satisfy its interest expense. If company ratio is below 1, it will likely need to spend some of its cash revenues in order to meet the difference or borrow more. Otherwise, even if earnings are low for a single month, the company risks falling into bankruptcy.